checking right now to see if both sides are ready to jump in some tanks. We'll get the timer rolling here, and we'll be off and at 'em on Himmel's Night. Up in that north spawn will be SKB, and running from the south will be AMD. As our loyal viewers know, the cap's up there on the 0 line up by the castle. A great just popped in there. Or no, someone else popped in there. Some rando.
Some rando. Gotta love
Wanted to get some Wednesday night comp action going. I don't blame them. I'd want to join too.
Always baffles me that they see a thing and then it says this team versus that team, and they're like, "Oh, I'm gonna
I'll
go
just join that." Yeah.
See how long I can stay.
Maybe they won't notice.
Maybe. Too bad. We did though. Sorry, mate.
Looks like both teams are responding, and SKB is saying their picks that to be Muro tonight. AMD says they're ready to go. Looks like both sides are ready. All right, timer has begun. Teams have 180 seconds to throw up their tanks. And you'll always see the flash there. That's an indicator that the timer has started. And we'll flash at different times just to indicate where that timer is at. Teams also have access to game chat through Wednesday Night Fight, where they can watch the timer and be abreast. So no surprises.
There shouldn't be.
There shouldn't be, but lo and behold, we've seen stranger things happen.
Yeah. I've seen 5 tanks in an 8-man thing.
Yeah.
Whoops.
Yeah, you know, even like, I was even watching some of the GTL playoffs this week, and I saw some teams ready too many tanks and not have enough tanks. And it's like, come on. It's got to be crisp at this point. We have
Now, if I was going to do either, I would rather have one less tank than one too many. Oof.
Yeah, because it's an instant DQ. Yeah.
Yeah.
Here we are at under 120 seconds ticking. SKB has half of their tanks up.
Got some speed, and then we got some slow.
Yeah. One of the things that Himmel's always kind of brings out is an interesting variety of tanks that teams like to take to the top. You don't want to be too slow getting up there, but you also want some armor, some DPM, etc. to work with. SKB has one more tank to pick. AMD's kind of holding out there. Fine. We got time.
Hey, another random.
Trading up some super conks. They might be holding that last pick for SKB. Just kind of getting a look at what AMD's that to throw up there. We're down to 40 seconds.
An E4.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and run through that SKB side, and we'll probably have to catch AMD on the other side. We got the E4 popping up there by SKBI. A 1-2-1 by Novak, an IS-7 there by Beowulf. 57 by Minced Gamer. Machine coming out there by Carlson. Double Super Conks by King Slayer and MC John. And Breezy in the 50B.
That's J-Dog. That for that one for you, just you call him J-Dog.
Oh, J-Dog it is.
It's always interesting to see the people that are on different teams. How they'll play in their new team. A few new people for each team here. But anyways, AMD's coming out with a Bat Chat by Perfect Pony. We got an IS-4 by Nilrak. Impression is rocking the T-57 Heavy. Goku and I'm Great are rocking the Machines. ND Thrawn and Jolly Gecko in the Super Conks. And Icky Sticky in the AMX 50B.
I like it. 50Bs on each side. If either team is going to look for, normally if you're to see a rear flank of any sort, it normally comes from the south towards the north. That ramp up the B line tends to be a little bit harder to climb, a little bit slower, depending on your tank lineup, especially with super conks and things like that. Everybody from SKB is grundling up the line there.
AMD stacking 4 tanks and sending 4 up to the hill.
And they definitely have that speedy lineup. Machine, Bat Chat, and 50B can be devastating if they catch them on the B line. Get ready for some shots fired here, kids. Really smart move by SKB. Notice how they took some of their tanks and put them on that A line.
This 1-2-1 should spot it. He should spot this cross. Oh, they're gonna go up
And,
the D line.
ooh,
Wow.
They're to be in trouble.
Uh-oh. Everybody spotted. The jig's up.
Scatter, scatter.
Scatter.
Scatter, scatter. Serpentine, serpentine. This is some really interesting
AMD's
plays
in
because
trouble.
SKB has kind of stuffed the surprise, and now SKB's coming down in full force on these machines here and Bat Chat. These guys are not going to get out.
No.
At least they should.
Not at all.
Be Custard's
They
last
have to
stand here.
quickly. Yeah, but the thing is, I don't mind this play by SKB, but they got to clean it up quick.
They got to get it
Because
quick
cap
because
pressure-
AMD's at the top of the hill right now. They're going to
Yeah,
be getting that
yeah,
cap
yeah,
pressure
yeah,
in.
yeah.
Or they're
And
just
they're
going to
taking
swing
a little-
behind and clean up from the rear even.
Great is hanging on in his tank with 91 hit points. They're feeling the clock now is ticking, which is making SKB more aggressive. They have 2 one-hit tanks that need to go down. Novak's taking some big shots in the back.
Thrawn,
Great
look at
still
Thrawn.
able to get him.
Thrawn pushes up. to the
Thrawn's gonna make a
57. Yep. This is
God tier
GG's.
play. Yep.
Yep. GG's. Game
Yeah.
over.
Super smart. Super smart.
The only person that might have a chance would be. No, there's no one. They ain't gonna make it.
Nah,
Not
not too
that it
far.
happened. They just took too long. It was a great little counterplay, but you had to just commit.
Why
then
would you
Stamer
do
should
that?
go
Why would
down.
you do that? You had the game
Why
won.
would you poke?
Why would you
Oh,
poke?
no.
You had the game.
No.
Oh, just bought them probably another, what, 15 or 20 seconds with that?
At least.
Thrawn has to hold him right here.
Oh my goodness, that could have been the game. They need to push past
Right.
Thrawn and
Yep.
just go
Thrawn
right at
needs
the cap.
Thrawn needs to.
The machine
Thrawn,
just needs to go.
Thrawn needed to rush him.
They don't need to
and literally try to park sideways somewhere. Oh,
Run into
my
them.
God. Yeah.
Spin them out.
No.
Do something.
Oh, this
Wow.
seems like
That's game.
deja vu. We've seen this before.
Right.
Don't
Got a
hope when
fire.
you got the game won. Good focus, though, by AMD hanging in there.
This S-Conk's gonna have sneaky.
Yeah. Slayer should be able to just farm for free in the backside.
Right, now they're going to
And his
push.
team's gonna push around. Yeah, they're gonna turn their
Now
turrets
they
to
got
look
all the
at
guns
him, and
turned. That's a dirty
Wow.
position for a super conk. It's pretty much cleanup here, kids.
man,
They had it.
all he
Had a
needed to do
W.
was not poke.
Well, all Thrawn had to do
Just
was
sit
push.
behind that rock.
Yeah, only thing Thrawn had to do was literally go face hug him. There was one guy.
Yeah.
He just had to go up and go face hug him. That's it. Game over. Damn.
Wow.
AMD loses it. Go for it. Sorry, guys.
Wow. Yeah. On the AMD side, not a lot of great numbers there, just because a lot of their tanks got focused out quickly. You see Icky Sticky there with a 800. Jolly Gecko there in the Super Conk, over 2K. Not anything blocking there. Thrawn had a great game, 3,300 damage, but probably had the chance to maybe win it for his team if no one poked. In the machine there, Goku with 1,400, and then Impression down there with 1,500 in the T-57. Over on the SKB side, fantastic damage across the board. Carlson there with 1,800, Immense Gamer there with over 1K. Dewey Novak in the 1-2-1, fantastic game there, 3,300, 5 kills, definitely rocking it there. Breezy 3,400 in the 50B, that's a way to get the job done. Super Conk's doing a little bit of work there. Kingslayer with almost 2K, 15K blocked. E4 by J-Dog with 2,800. And then finally Beowulf in the IS-7, 2K. Fantastic game there by SKB to come back and win that.
I see a Death Star.
Well, and I think one thing AMD showed you right there is AMG has the definitely has the ability to take a W on this map. I believe that was their selection, and
Yes, this is their pick.
I expect them to come back and tie this thing up against SKB. Timer has already begun, so tank selection is started.
I'm curious where they're gonna put this Death Star.
Yeah.
It's not fast. It doesn't have a great reload.
No.
Doesn't bounce.
Doesn't bounce. But ooh, if it hits you, ouch.
It hits you.
Ouch
Ouch is right.
Ouch is right. I was really impressed to see Dewey Novak in that 1-2-1 have such a great game. It's not a tank you see a lot of in comp, so it's really cool to see different people, different players bring out tanks that we're not accustomed to and really just watch those tanks perform. Pretty good stuff there. More tanks there for AMD, one more tank for SKB. We've got plenty of time on the clock, just under 90 seconds to go. SKB.
The
locked in
M60.
now. Yeah, you want to go ahead and run through the SKB side?
Yeah, I'll get him. We got Immense Gamer bringing the Death Star. SKB J-Dog in his M60. Dewey Novak in the 1-2-1. Beowulf in the I-7. Landrew Carlson and Kingslayer in the Machines. MC John in a Super Conk. And Breezy in a 50B.
Cool. Over on the AMD side, we got an Impression in the E4. Bat Chat coming out by Perfect Pony, Machine, Goku. double Super Conks, Jolly Gecko and Thrawn, 50B by Great, and double 5As, Icky Sticky and Nail Rack. Should be another good one.
Now, is AMD going to do the same thing twice?
You normally don't see it from the north, but I have seen a few teams run some banana road pushes, or sometimes a delayed rear flank on the K line. Lately, with some of the championship teams, they've just been getting up there and just brawling it out. There's really like no messing around with kind of flanks or anything like that. Find out here pretty quickly. Definitely probably get that bat chat out to get some rear intel, some flank intel. Everything else from AMD is going up top.
The 183 and the back are going to have jousting match.
Uh-oh.
Oh, no.
Uh-oh. Run bat.
Perfect Pony needs to do some swerving.
Needs to do some dipping and dodging.
Oh, there it is. This gamer.
Goodbye.
Perfect Pony.
Ouch.
Finger slap.
Wow. Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Oh, and here comes SKB now. They're going to take the 121, the M60, and the Death Star and push that through the flank. Wow, I've never seen this. I've never seen this.
I don't think those are 3 tanks you ever thought you would have been calling out.
On a rear
especially
flank?
going for a
No.
flank.
Yeah. Okay. Learning something new on Wednesday Night Fights. They're spotted. Ooh, here comes some shots flying up that B line. That Conk's in trouble.
SKB
Hard
needs to be
to get
careful,
behind.
though. Because AMD could turn around and just push them.
Yeah, and you don't have, I mean, those tanks are kind of squishy compared to the armor that's there. You're eating heat rounds from 5As and Super Conk APCR rounds. That's not favorable trading. Now, the one thing they have not seen that the Death Star's back
Is
there
that
yet.
Death Stars?
So are they
He's
trying to
lining
bait?
up for it.
Yeah.
Uh-oh, Super Conk.
Autoloaders of SKB
Yeah,
are
probably.
just wrecking the guys up top.
Yeah. Yeah. They just came around that low base of that castle and just did some cleanup work. This E4 is in huge trouble right now. Impression is down to maybe one or two. Oh,
Ooh, this Super
great
Conk just got
focus
Death Star.
fire. Yeah. AMD is
It's,
in some big
GG's.
trouble right now. It's really well played there by SKB in terms of deleting that bat chat, applying rear pressure, and then the cleanup on the castle with the autoloaders. I have to say, I'm very impressed with SKB right now. To me, it almost seems like you got to make the decision when that rear flank is coming and you've already lost a tank. Get up there and fight them on the cap. You don't want to fight them in those low streets there. And SKB blanks them. 8-zip. Over on the AMD side, a lot of tanks just never got going. Nilrak there, though, was able to put out 2K, walk over 1,000. The other 5A, his little partner in crime, Sticky, was able to put up another 2K. Only other thing really to speak of is maybe Thrawn, 1,600 out of his Super Conk. Over on the SKB side, wow, some really great numbers there. 121 again, almost 1700 by Novak. Breezy putting up almost 2K in the 50B. Death Star, 4K, including deleting that bat chat to start the game. The machines definitely did work up on the castle. Carlson and Kingslayer, 3K and almost 3400 out of Kingslayer. And J-Dog, M60, doing that work on the rear, coming in there with just over 1500 in the M60. SKB up 2-zip over AMD, and that was on AMD's map. We're going over to Murrow now, which is SKB's map. AMD's going to have to...
Night started out crazy, and now it's going to continue out, even being even more crazier. Hella night.
Yeah, heck of a night, and just some really great fights. I love that we saw some stuff different on Himmels right there. Yeah, a rear flank is common by a lot of teams, but kind of the lineup and how they did it was a little different. Who knew? Death Star on Himmels, flanking. Good way to get reported. So
Good way to get rid of that bat.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. I felt bad. Was it Icky Sticky in the bat? I thought it was just like, oh. It was just like, where do you go? You turn left, you turn right, and you got to eat a big round. Yeah, J-Dog likes that M60s that roll that out again on the SKB side. AMD's a quality team. They definitely have the ability to come back and get a W here on Murrow. Watch them play a lot in GTL and also in WNF. It's a solid team of tankers, so don't count them out. Timer is ticking. We're down to just under 150 seconds left.
Ooh. I spy a Yagaru.
Yeah, bringing that German metal. Like I said, SKB is throwing a few little surprise tanks at us tonight. I mean, pretty meta lineup, but it's nice to see teams try some different stuff here. Around 90 seconds to go. 7 tanks up by SKB, and we got 6 up by AMD. Run through the SKB side and let Legit take care of the AMD side. We have Novak in that Jagaru. We have an LT by Beowulf. J-Dog coming out in the M60. T57 Heavy by Immense Gamer. Kronvon by Carlson. 2 Super Conks, Kingslayer and MC John. And Easy Breezy bringing out the 50B. Over to you, Legit.
Over on the AMD side, we got Impression in the E4. We got Perfect Pony and Endithron out in the Bat Shats. I'm Great, rocking the IS-7. Nilrak in the 705A. Jolly Gecko and Goku rocking the Super Conks. And Icky Sticky bringing an AMX 50B of his own.
I like it. Nice mobile lineup there. A little EPM and burst damage there with those auto loaders, and a lot of tanks that can hold that 2 line. And it gives you a little bit of a clue of what teams are capable of doing by the type of tanks that they bring, especially on this map. Doesn't mean you know exactly what the strat's going to be, but you kind of know what they can and cannot do. Now, if I see a push with the Yagaru through the Magic Forest, I think I'm going to drop my controller. I don't think that's going to happen. But anything's possible tonight.
Yeah, I
We're
mean, it
getting in
worked with the
fights.
Death Star.
We just saw a rear flank from the Death Star in Himmels. So are we going to see a field push from a Yagaru on Murrow? The answer is negative, Ghost Rider. That thing is going right to the 2 line. I do kind of like this lineup with the LT, the M60, and the 50B by SKB going through the Magical Forest. You got Vision, you got a nice steady state, and then you got that burst damage with the 50B. AMD also countering with 2 Bat Chats and a 50B into the Magical Forest. I don't like where J-Dog is right now. He could get bled out pretty quickly, and he realizes that and backs down. Here's the thing. AMD has to make something happen in this match.
Yep.
Is that going to make them turn that aggression up to 11 and really get in there and try to make this Magic Force battle the one to win?
Bashat?
Ron kind of,
Well,
kind
where's
of
your
threw it
teammates?
away, I thought.
Where's your teammates? A little late to the party?
Yeah. Perfect Pony
Ouch.
decides
Focus
in there
fire.
too. That puts a lot of pressure on Icky Sticky now to take down tanks. And he doesn't have enough DPM to get him down. Now he's on reload.
Oh,
Perfect
both
Pony's on
reloads.
reload. And down goes the other one. I think Icky Sticky's going to be in some trouble. Switching over to the other side.
Just got the
got
stalemate.
Yeah. I was wondering where they're going to put the Jaggaroo, and they're sticking it right there on that corner. I don't know how much you can hide that lower plate. Now, if you want to poke and get shot for big alpha shot, I don't know. Nilrak seems like he's up for the task.
LT just took out Icky.
Yeah. So SKB's up a tank. They're up on hit points.
And they have a light
field...
tank flanking.
Yeah. Yeah. And to push forward, you have to push forward into a Yagaru. It's not awesome.
Yeah. A Yagaru 57 and a Kron. Not good.
Yeah. It almost, and the thing is, and here's where the lineup becomes a problem. You don't have any mobility left other than the IS-7 to do anything remotely speedy on this map now. Everything else is a slow mover. It looks like they're trying to rotate those 2 super conks out to the edge, but you're really taking
that LT's picking
guns
them
out
apart.
of the game. Yeah. But to fight an LT on 300 points? Granted, AMD's in a tough spot. Ooh, they get the LT. That was good. Now to get these super conks in a rear guard position along the 3 line could help support, but it looks like SKB's kind of coming in on a push, or at least applying some cap pressure. SKB's definitely being very aggressive. Ooh, big alpha shot goes right into the 705A. Nilrak is
AMD can
led down
still
right
very
now.
much win this, though.
It's very much back and forth. 705A, without that anchor tank there, they're kind of in trouble now. Yeah.
Yeah. Hi, my name's Yagaru.
Ouch. 892 in your face. And I will just back out and reload.
And there's nothing you can do about it.
Is still out there, man. He is putting in work in his E4.
Yeah, yep. He's hanging in that little back corner there and is able to throw in some shots. He has full hit points. but he can't do it by himself. Definitely a fantastic match tonight all the way around for SKB. Um, I just liked just about everything I saw from them. I think if AMD would have timed their field push a little bit better with the 2 bat chats and the 50B, we might have had a different outcome.
100%.
Yeah. And GG's to SKB, taking it on Murrow and winning it in 3 versus AMD. Looking at the damage spread here, over on the AMD side, Icky Sticky had a great game there with 3K coming out of his 50B. Bat Chat's not really doing much. They kind of just jumped in there and died pretty quickly, each with 1,000, just over 1,000. Jolly Gecko, 1,200 in his Super Conch, trying to hang on there. Impression, I think Hells pointed it out, had a really nice game in his E4, 2,400, blocking 1,600, great down there in the IS-7 with 1,000. Over on the SKB side, super good there, all the way across the board. Excellent damage, Breezy in the 50B with 1,800, J-Dog throwing up 1,500 in the M60, almost 3K right there by Beowulf in the LT. That's an amazing game right there in the LT on that map. 2,500 in the Super Conch by MC John. 5K damage in the Super Conch by Kingslayer, blocking 2,400. Wow, doing work. Novak only looks like he was able to land one shot there, that 892 there. But I think just his presence alone made it really difficult for AMD. Carlson over there in the Kronvon, 1,100. And then finally, a Minsk Gamer in the T57, throwing up 1,300.
AMD wants to play another one. Do we want to run
We
another
definitely
one?
definitely have a little time on the clock.
Right.
Do they want to pick another map or just flip it?
He just wants to flip it.
Let's flip it and do it. Little bonus coverage on Wednesday night fights. Thanks to AMD. Definitely appreciate those guys. They're solid regulars on the show, and they're always willing to come out and put up a good fight. And see if they can get some redemption against SKB flipping sides here. All right, looks like we're going to just confirm on both sides, make sure both teams want to do this, and it looks like they're both in the lobby, so looks like we got one more to go.
It doesn't look like SKB wants to go again.
No. They're like, we just 3 out of you. No way.
Yeah, I honestly, I don't blame them. I was hoping they would, but I don't blame them at all. So they played great tonight, and I think that was really cool. Just how creative they were tonight.
Right. Well, thank you so much, you two. You guys did a great job. And I was actually able to keep pace with you guys on camera pretty much on par if you go back and watch the replay. That was, but so legit, your very first time out on WNF. What'd you think?
I hope I did good enough. Especially since
called back
I'll have to run camera for our Fridays, so hopefully everybody will tune in for that.
Right. Go ahead, sir.
Yeah, I just want to say, legit, I thought you did awesome tonight. It was great working with you and getting some of your insights on the game. Um, hats off to all four teams tonight. Selva and HN, heck, man, if you didn't catch that game, go back on Twitch and watch it. It goes to game 5 in Ghost Town, and the last 3 minutes of that game is bananas with 3 1v1 fights. AMD and SKB, great slugfest there. SKB coming out on top. So just thank you to all four teams. Can't wait till next week. And I think also coming up sometime this month, we're going to have that German versus British night. So stay tuned for that.
Yes, sir. German-British night, I'm looking September 25th. September 25th.
Nice. Can't wait.
So, can't wait for that.
You got teams for it yet?
Not yet. Not quite yet.
Ooh, yeah.
So
Put
it's
in
gonna be
for
I
it,
might know a I might know a team that
I might know a team. I
starts
don't
with
know,
P
you
and
know.
ends with D that might want to participate in that.
I know a team that may want a rematch against that team.
Yeah, so who knows?
Ooh, Punish versus Steel Dragons
Ooh.
rematch. Oh.
There it is. Throwing it down. I like it. And I also want to give a shout out to everybody who tuned in tonight and will tune in later to watch us either on YouTube or Twitch. We really appreciate all the follows and all the fans and all the chat. And we just wish Hells gets his voice back so us amateurs don't have to carry the heavy load.
You guys are doing great. You guys are doing great. Nah, you guys did an amazing job this evening. Hella proud. Well, and on that fine note, everybody have a wonderful evening. I'm Hells. We'll see you next Wednesday. Take her easy. WNF. Tune us in every Wednesday night, 9 p.m. Eastern. Peace.